Ben Zion. You know, first of all, you didn't say your opening statement, Ben Zion. Do you know that I have one of my students that called me and said, Rabbi Wilhelm, what happened? Do you live in the woods? Every time Ben Zion gets you, you're in the woods.
Rabbi Wilhelm, I have a
boy.
question for you. I don't know if this was you, but I was by your house for Shabbat Brachas or whatever a couple of weeks ago, and I think that I overheard you speaking to otherwise your child or your grandchild. They asked that you were holding like 3 bottles of vodka in one arm and 4 bottles of vodka on the other arm, and then you asked your grandson, I have 3 bottles over here on my right, 4 bottles on my left. What do I have? How much do I have? So your grandson or your child, whatever it was, he says, you have a drinking problem, Zadie. Do you remember that?
Tell me, you use this platform to share your new funny jokes to everybody? I thought you wanted a Dvar Torah. I have people from...
I guess you don't remember this Maisa.
I don't remember the Maisa. I have students from South Africa and Japan that said, what's going on? We didn't get our Dvar Torah. So what should I tell them? Ben Zion it's unpredictable when he's gonna gouge, when he's gonna hawk me and say stop. I have to be prepared for Ben Zion always, and sometimes it's early in the days in the week, and sometimes it's late. Okay, it's Friday. We got to go chick chock. It's out of Shabbos. You know, the halacha out of Shabbos is that things have to be done very, very quickly. Parshas Nosai. First of all, Ben Zion, how was your Yom Shavuos? How was the flowers, the cheesecake, the cheese nuts? How were they?
It was delicious to eat the flowers, and it was really beautiful to look at the cheesecake.
Now my question to you is, what do you have left over from Shavuos? The stomach aches?
I got a souvenir. I got the Torah as a gift.
And what are you going to do with it? You're going to put it in your showcase?
I'm going to basically open up the books, and I'm going to learn. It's not an art. It's something to be utilized and used. I think that you know this by now.
Ben Zion, let me
have like online smicha program.
Whoa! Now you're giving a plug. Yeah, let me tell you, the kids are on 1 foot. 3 quick lessons.
That's 2 feet. 1 foot.
3 quick lessons that we can learn from this week's parsha. First of all, the name of the parsha is Nosei, and I saw a very nice shot. Nosei in this week's parsha, we're counting Gershon and Merari. Kahas was already counted last week, and over there it says Nosei B'nai Kahas. And today we're doing the other 2 children, counting the other children. And some say the reason why it's titled Nosei is a person should not make mistake. Oh, Kahas's children, the Rosh Yeshivas, the special people, they carry the Klei Mishkan. For them, it's Nosei. But everybody else is secondary. Everybody else in the back seat. No, the same word Nosei is used for the other children too. It's a very nice word. The only issue some Mefarshim may have is, we have a lot of intellectuals listening to this group. We find Nosei for Kahas last week. We find Nosei for Gershon right in the beginning of this week. But a few psukim into it is again for Merari, and over there it doesn't say Nosei. So I'll leave that question for all the wise men to answer. If the lesson is that whoever it is has the power to lift himself up and become Nosei, why doesn't it say by the 3rd child, by Merari? Put that aside. One of the main highlights of this week's parsha is Birchas Kohanim. Short and sweet. There are 3 lessons that you can learn from Birchas Kohanim. Number 1, why does the Eibishter need a middleman to give the bracha? If the Eibishter wants to bless us, let him give it to us straight. Why does he want it to go through the Kohanim? And the answer is given a beautiful pshat. The Eibishter knows that when he gives people things, sometimes we misuse it and sometimes we don't deserve it. And long down the line, God forbid, it might be taken away and it might harm us. So sometimes the Eibishter sees the big picture. And the Eibishter says, why should I give these people these goods when they misuse it and they use it against me? So the Eibishter says, I won't give it to them. So because of that, Hashem says, I don't want to give the brachas from above in such a way how I see the future and how I want to give them a chance. So let the humans, let the Kohanim give them the brachas. They only see what's good now. And let the Yid have another chance to try to get a bracha. It's a beautiful vart. No, Ben Zion?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. On a scale from 1 to 10, what is it?
Beyond number.
Okay. Then it goes to the Kohanim. It says, Amar Lahem. Let the Kohen should say it to them, to the Jews. What is Pshat? So some say the Kohanim have to learn to give the bracha from as the nusach bracha is ba'ava, genuinely, with love and for real, sincere. Now the Kohen has a personal investment in this. What's the personal investment? Every Jew that makes money, somehow the Kohen benefits, because they have to give more matnas kona. So when you give the blessing, don't think about me, King Kong. Think about what's good for the other person. Get yourself out of the picture.
What should you not do again? Can you show me?
All right, so that's Birchas Kohanim. People should do it ba'ava. Bless each other ba'ava. The Kohanim have the special powers to do that, as the Tzemach Tzedek says in Derech Mitzasecha. The Kohanim are like Rav Chesed, like the Niagara Falls, how the Chesed comes plashing, clapping down, doesn't get chiseled off and throughout the Oilamos. And that is Oisius Nira, that every Jew feels and sees the bracha, and we're blessed with Kol Tov Sela.
What do you get besides the cheesecake extra pounds? What leftover do you get from Shavuos? What's the takeaway, Rabbi Wilhelm?
Sweetness of Torah. How sweet and nice, and what blessing, how thankful we have to be for having the fact that Hashem chose us as His people, giving us the Torah. One more word. You caught me. You ambushed me here. Let me just tell you one more word. Being thankful and to appreciate Hashem and bless Hashem is such an important lesson that you can learn from Shavuos. There's a din in Shavuos that you have to bring the bikurim, the first produce from the Shivas Aminim have to be brought as a present. It says machlekes in the Mishnah. The Yerushalmi talks about it. Is it only from the land of the fruit of Eretz Yisrael, people who live in Israel, or is it even in the Aver HaYarden? How about the Shvatim that live in the Aver HaYarden? Do they have to bring their fruit first crops also? One of the reasons why they're exempt, Bansi and Halt Cup, it's not easy. One of the reasons why they're exempt from bringing the Bikurim, because where they live, the land wasn't given to them. Where they live, the land was taken by themselves. They fought themselves to get the land. So I heard a phenomenal shot. When is it that a person could acknowledge and appreciate and thank Hashem for what He's done to you, when you realize it's all Hashem? When you fight for something yourself, you think, oh, it's macho me, I did it. Then you really don't appreciate Hashem enough. And this is also, Mefarshim say, that's what we get drilled into the Birchas Kohanim. Yivarechacha Hashem v'yishmerecha. Yar Hashem panavelecha. Yisa Hashem. It's all Hashem, it's all Hashem, it's all Hashem. Hashem is here, Hashem is there. Yeah, you know that song?
No, how does it go?
No, you're better. and it's all Hashem, and when you recognize that, you learn to appreciate Him, thank Him for all He's done for us. I got to go daven.
Thank you very much, Rabbi Wilhelm. We really appreciate it. You're getting better, I have to say.